Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, Clipper fans all over. It's time for the player profile. It's baseball time once again. It's been for a little bit, but it feels like finally baseball is here. The weather's breaking, and we get a chance to finally, and I mean finally, sit down with the senior from Columbiana, Brady Kridler. BK, what's going on, my dude?
Nothing much. Living the dream right now.
You are. You're a senior. You're on your way out. You told me you got one presentation left today, and then you are just waiting for that piece of paper and crossing that stage. How did we get here so quickly? I remember you as a freshman. I remember just meeting you and being so impressed by the young man that you are. And you have done nothing but impress me every step of the way. Does it feel like it's flown for you too, from your freshman year all the way to your senior year?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But it's been crazy. It feels like it's went by so fast. In a blink of an eye, it was over. It was the last day of school, and before I knew it, it was over.
What kind of things are you just so excited about? Taking those next steps on your journey. Obviously, hanging up the cleats, which is not going to be easy, and we'll talk about those cleats here in a little bit. But from a standpoint of you growing and as a man, as a part of society, what things excite you the most about walking across that stage, grabbing that paper, and heading on with the rest of your life?
I was seeing where the next chapter will take me and see what I can accomplish next outside of being a kid and being outside of high school and outside of baseball. See what I can do in the real world.
So what kind of things do you want to accomplish? I mean, naturally that, everybody's going to school or going into the workforce. It sounds like you're going to go into the workforce and then kind of accomplish your dreams as they come to you. Tell everybody what you're looking to do.
I'm looking forward to be a barber after I work for a little bit, and then I want to start in a shoe selling business and hopefully eventually have a shoe store inside of my barber shop.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot, Brady Kradler. So, for those who don't know, you are styling and profiling more than Ric Flair. Talk to me about where you got your fashion sense, kind of when you got that fashion sense, and how much you're looking forward to kind of recreating the area's fashion from Brady Kradler.
I don't know. I always grew up on like High School Musical, Zac Efron, and then not gonna lie, Just Bieber a little bit, just a little bit. But I don't know. I just brought something into my own. Like I feel like I'm different from other like people, like my friends and stuff. Like I dress different, have different ideas and patterns in my head. But my cleats symbolize something, my gloves symbolize something. It's just something I've always been into.
All right, the coolest thing. Last year, I'm sitting in the camera well at PNC, and I see you walk out with these like lime green
Yep.
shoes. They were awesome. Talk to me about. I mean, team colors. You're red and white for the Clippers,
Yeah.
but your shoes make you stand out a little bit. First off, really cool of the coaches to allow you guys to have those different off-branded shoes that aren't black or white or red. And then secondly, what drew you to the bright green and purple shoes?
I don't know. They just stand out. I just like the pop and things. Like in my shoes that I have a lot of shoes that just stand out, and like a lot of others would just like be drawn away from it because just how much out there they are. That's just something I'm into, something that stands out.
All right, I got to tell you, I'm a little bit of a sneakerhead myself. I got my fair share of shoes that is probably borderline a problem for most. How many pair of shoes do you have right now?
I'd say probably like 30.
Okay, so we're on the same par then.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite pair that you love but you just cannot wear?
Yeah, I have these pair of customized shoes I got a few years ago. They're this like rainbow. They're like purple, blue, lime green, orange. They're pretty sweet. Pink.
And you have a very special pair of shoes and your glove this year for your senior year.
Yep.
Would you care to expound on that and talk a little bit about what not only this season but that particular glove, that particular set of shoes mean to you?
Yeah. So every color has like a symbol, and like they all recognize something. Like the purple and the glove and the cleats, like they both match like perfectly. And the purple symbolizes strength, transformation, and power. It's also the ribbon color for ADHD, which makes me think about my brother who has ADHD. And he used to play baseball, but he quit because it just messed him too much and he couldn't get through the sport. And it just makes it hard for him to do a lot of things and play a lot of sports that he loves. And then the orange and the yellow is for suicide prevention, and which is a huge thing to me because I battled with those thoughts in my past and throughout my life that I had to get through. So that's just a huge part to me. And then the green's for renewal and immorality. And then the light blue is symbolize trustworthiness and reliability. And then the golds for illumination, love, compassion, courage, passion, magic, and wisdom. And I made them for something to think about every single time I step onto the field because I love playing the game and it gives me something to play for even harder and every single day I step on.
You know what's awesome about you, Brady, is you come from a great family. You come from a great of just great people in your family that constantly support you. You know, you're constantly loved, and obviously mental health is a very serious subject, and you've kind of brought it up that you've had those thoughts. Um, what helps you through the day? What has pushed you to be the person you are today, and not just be a person that's a statistic that could have been with some of those thoughts, but be someone that goes out and represents and says that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
You just always got to believe in yourself. Always got to believe that there's something more because there always is. There's never a wrong answer to anything. There's never a wrong. It's never a right or a wrong way to do anything. You just got to always believe and keep your head up and just always be yourself and just know that you can do it.
Let's talk through some of those people that got you through some of those tough times and really kind of showed you the way. Who were they, and why are they so important to you?
My mom helped me through a lot of it. My dad, my siblings, and especially my sister Cami. She was there for me a lot of the time. She helped me through a lot of things. And my stepmom, my brothers, like I said, just a lot of people, and then all my friends like Riley, Baden, Tony, Trevor, Spooner, all those guys, Rick, Max, James. Just a whole lot of people helped me through a lot of stuff that I had to.
You talked about Cammy.
Yeah.
I can't help but be impressed because she is wise, beyond her years. We're looking forward to being able to cover her because she's an outstanding athlete, but as good of an athlete as she is, she's that much better as a person. Talk to
Yeah.
me about the relationship that you two have.
Uh, Not gonna lie, whenever we were younger, we hate each other. Not gonna lie, we didn't talk to each other. But then we grew up, came closer, and realized that we needed to be there for each other and needed each other whenever we went through those hard times, and that we're always going to be there for each other. But she's just a great person, great athlete, like you said. I'm excited to watch her grow.
It's going to be awesome. Let's talk about this baseball season. It has been a roller coaster ride for you your senior year. You guys start out red hot, and no pun intended, for being the main color of the Clippers. And then it was just like you lost four in a row, and then you got back on the horse, and now the postseason's here. What was that like for you as one of these senior leaders to be able to kind of navigate those choppy waters, navigate when you guys were sailing, and then trying to figure out what team are we heading into the postseason?
It was definitely tough losing those 4 games, especially the first one United, but we just had to keep battling. We knew that we were a great team. We just knew we hit a stump, but we knew we had a battle. We had to get in the right mindset. A lot of us hit a stump. We're in slumps, couldn't get out of them. Some of us were still hitting red hot, but we just knew that we were the team. We knew what we had to do and what we had to plan from the beginning of the year. And we knew we had to keep fighting for it.
What things kept you guys kind of moving forward? I mean, when you go into a 4 game stretch where you lose four after you won 10, I think,
Yeah, 10, yeah.
straight. I mean, that can be absolutely devastating to a team because you start that spiral, right? It's like watching the toilet water circle the drain. You wonder who you are, trying to figure out, okay, how do we get out of this? What was it that kept you guys going? What motivated you? What got you out of that slump that you talked about?
Well, it definitely started with some tough bus ride homes, I'm not going to lie. Pretty quiet bus rides home, but then we all just decided as a team, talked amongst each other, not as much as a group, but just amongst close ones and close friends that are on the team. And we just realized that we were the team. We knew what we had to do. We knew that we are a team to beat, knew what we have to put on the table and what to play for this year, and that we just had to keep battling, just keeping the right mindset, keep picking each other up, and just never got down on each other is the biggest thing. A lot of team chemistry we have this year.
One of the things I tell everybody is Columbiana is a dangerous team, and it's just something about that block C and that airplane that intimidates people, and it's something that I've had to deal with, and I've had nightmares of Columbiana baseball for longer than you've been alive, young man. But I will tell you this: that what is it about wearing that block C and that clipper that transforms your attitude from every time you touch that dirt, every time that cleat touches that dirt in Columbiana, that you guys are a force to be reckoned with?
There's just something about this place. there's just something about Columbiana that's different than other places. There's a lot of people here that love you, love each other. There's a lot of things to play for around here. It's just a great place to be.
All right, I got to ask you about the hat. So obviously, we're used to seeing the block C on the hat.
Yeah.
You're a swaggy cat. You love fashion. When Coach Wolf made that change to the Clipper, give him a grade. Did he do well, or does he just maintain it?
Well, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't liking it. I didn't like it at all. But I didn't say nothing. But I hated it. And then they came out, and I got them. I like it a lot more than C, to be honest.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I never thought I'd ever see myself wearing Columbiana gear, but
Yeah.
I went out and I said, hey, I need to get the next time you order those hats, man, I'm in. I'm
There
in
might
on
be
it.
a few extra.
Well, if there's a few extra, I better get one. But Wolfie told me they're out of stock. So,
I can do my hardest. I'll look.
all right. Well, you hook me up, and I'll make sure I trade you off with a YSN hat.
All right,
Fair?
sounds good. Yeah,
All
that works
right.
for me.
All right. So let's talk about some random questions here, man. We talked about what you're going to do in your future. You want to be a barber, open up your own business. I appreciate that. I love that. Let's get to know you a little bit off the field, Brady. You ready?
Yep.
All right. How much time do you spend on the internet, and where do you usually spend it?
Oh, a lot of it's on my phone, but it's definitely got to be a lot of TikTok
That's the third time I've heard that today.
and
TikTok.
YouTube. And there's a lot of YouTube though.
Okay, so what are you searching on YouTube?
It's definitely just college baseball,
Okay, I
college
respect that.
baseball highlights. A lot of playoffs, a lot of playoff games.
Okay, you ready? What is the most disgusting habit that some people have?
Oh, probably talking with their mouth full.
Okay, that's the
I
second
hate
time
that
I
one.
got that today
I
too.
hate that one.
Uh, let's go with what recent news story do you find the most interesting to BK?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't watch a lot of news as a problem.
You don't watch the news? What do you
No, I'm not.
watch?
I'm not a big news guy.
What do you usually spend your time watching? Other than YouTube and TikTok, what do you find yourself watching?
I don't know. Usually outside with my brothers or watch some with my brothers at like some like cartoon.
I like that. Is there a favorite cartoon that they have that you find yourself kind of like, all right, this isn't that bad?
I don't know. My brother put on this show called Craig of the Creek the other day.
Craig of the Creek.
I don't know. It was different.
Do they put on Bluey?
No.
Oh no, Bluey. Bluey's where my go-to. I can watch Bluey. Let's and I hope nobody uses that against me. I have two children at home, so
I might have to
um,
look into it.
Bluey's it's legit, man. It's funny. Um, where is the worst place you've been stuck in for a long time?
Ooh. Probably like a backseat of a hot like locked car.
Oh man,
Like
how long ago
somebody,
was that?
I don't know. Like my friends went into the store and I was like, oh, I'm not going in. Then they left, took the keys, and I was just sitting back there and I was like, there's nothing to do. It was just hot.
Oh, if you had to change your name, what would the new name be?
Ooh. Probably like a Owen. Like an
You like
Owen.
Owen?
Yeah.
Owen Kridler. Okay.
Yeah. Owen.
What word or saying from the past do you think should come back?
I don't know. A funny one's gang gang. That one from 2016. That's a
What,
funny one.
what does that even mean?
Well, I don't know. You went like this, gang gang. It was a funny one.
All right, gang, gang, make it a
It's an
comeback.
old one.
Um, here's a good one. How should success be measured? By that measurement, who is the most successful person you know,
Most successful person I know is definitely my father.
and how is he measured by success?
Just through me, through what I know that he's went through and what he was able to conquer and accomplish after the stumps that he hit and the bumps that he had to go over.
I love it.
You just got to step back and look at the things that he's done and accomplished and improved on.
You got a great family, man. There's no doubt about that. What is your guilty pleasure?
Oh, ASMR, man.
What?
You don't know what ASMR is?
No.
It's like they just make these noises like in your ears, and it just calms me down. It's just
Really?
yeah.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. Um, Was there ever a moment or event in your life that defied explanation?
I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Okay, next question. If you could learn the answer to one question about your future, what would that question be?
When will I be able to buy a house?
Wow, okay. That's a mature answer. Because most people will say, well, when do I pass away? Or when, one of those things. Like
I don't
people
want
want
to
to
know whenever I die.
neither do I. Like
Mm-mm.
because then you're just living up to that. But
Yeah, exactly.
when do I buy a house? What kind of house do you want to buy, Brady?
I don't know. Kind of like a bigger like 2-story, nice finished basement out in like out of town on like a lake.
I like it. And that's going to be expensive. As soon
Oh
as you
yeah,
add on the lake, it's
yeah.
expensive.
It's expensive
You
now.
might as well add a couple zeros to that.
Yep.
But dude, it is again. I've been following your story. I've been following you for longer than you know. I'm so proud of the young man that you become, and even more so who you're going to become even further as we continue down this road. Uh, while we this is all about sports and getting to know people, the X's and O's and the Jimmies and Joes. Brady, I know you've got a great support system. You've already kind of shouted them out once. Can you talk about your role models that have led you to this day, to be who you are, and the people that you're so proud to have in your corner?
Definitely my dad. He showed me a lot. He's been a huge role model of mine. My grandpa for sure. He just keeps fighting and fighting through everything that he goes through. My grandma, my mom, brothers, sisters, and especially Riley McElwain. Um, everybody knows who he is. Big dog of the week. He's helped me through a lot. Baden Papuli, another big guy in my life. But just there's a lot more that's helped me through a lot. But those are some of the big ones.
How has baseball and being on this Clipper team helped you be who you are today?
This Clipper team this year's changed a whole lot. Changed the aspect of baseball for me. We became a family this year for sure. I feel like I'm gonna know a lot of these guys, talk to a lot of these guys for a long time after this year and after everybody's even done through high school and their careers, baseball careers are over. This team's something to keep for a long time.
I know you're a very emotional. You try to keep everything inside and
Yeah,
packed up, but obviously there's going to be a lot of emotional moments in the days and weeks to come. Um, how do you feel like you're going to keep it together?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep it together if I'm gonna be honest.
And that's okay.
I'm a really much emotional guy. I like to show emotion.
What are you going to miss most about baseball?
Seeing everybody smile every day through the sport.
That's awesome. Brady Kridler, I can't thank you enough for the time. It's been an honor again to watch you play, to watch you grow as a young man. Love your family so much and love the man that you've become and the leader that you become, not only on the field, but off the field as well for people that are battling for their lives, to be honest. So thank you for being that man, being that light. And I'm looking forward to following you, throughout the rest of your life, man.
I
Congratulations.
appreciate it. Thank you.